Good morning. It is your most favorite inconsistent YouTuber checking in. Stop. I have someone you should meet because we did a thing. He's currently trying to eat the camera. So yeah, we did it. Meet Jax. Come here, Jax. Come here, Jax. Say hi. Say hi. Let everyone look at you. What are you doing? No, it's not about you. And you're not a cat. This is Jax. We just got him. Just smacked you with his tail, huh? He is a puppy. He was born in May. I believe that makes him 6 months. He is definitely taking up all our time. He's only been with us for a few days. Oh my gosh. He's only been with us for a few days, and for most of his life, he has been, or for all of his life, I should say, he has been an outside dog or a shelter dog. So for the first part of his life, he belonged to someone up in Martinez. Oh, Jennifer Aniston. But okay, we'll do this. Yeah, leave him alone. Let him chill. So he belonged to someone up in Martinez. They were affected by the fire. If you guys kept up with the news, the Bay Area had a pretty big fire going on. His owners lost their house, so it was very sad. They had to, obviously give up the dogs. I think they had 2 dogs from what they told me, and he was one of them. His original name was Bear, and you can tell Adrian is very comfortable with him. Hey, be nice. You can get it and play. So yeah, he's very good with kids, very lovable. He's still a puppy though. So I think he was with that family for 4 months, and then for the other 2 months he was at the shelter. We don't know. Okay. We don't know much about how they had him in his Martinez home. But he has shown signs of possibly being an outside dog. The shelter told me he for sure was, but they also said that they didn't tell them exactly that. So, I mean, I don't want to say for sure he was an outside dog, but he does show signs that he's used to being outside, and he gets very anxious when I close the door on him, like after taking him out. Hi. Like I'll take him out, and he will follow me back in the house, like with anxiety. Like he's scared of being outside and me closing the door. In the beginning, I closed the door a little bit because I had to come back inside for Adrian, and he kind of like panicked. So I do think he was an outside dog, but I don't know. We don't know for sure. They never said, so I'm not gonna say he was for sure. But yeah, he's still a puppy, so obviously a lot to learn. A lot to learn. He's still nipping. But he has learned so much in the few days he's been with us. No. Okay. The first night he was here, of course with some treats, he did learn to sit, so that was really cool. Of course it's taking some time for him to really get it, but he does it for treats, so that's a step forward. He also, on the second day, he learned to lay down, and we're working on stay and get off because he is a 40-pound dog, and he like goes over you and goes over the kids like if he weighs nothing. And I mean, he will put his paw on my stomach, on my thigh, mostly my stomach, and I'm just like, ow, like, dude, you're freaking heavy, get off. And I can only imagine what it's like for the kids. So the kids do freak out a little bit when he tries to go over them. 'Cause he's heavy. Yeah, you're heavy, dude. You're heavy. I don't have any treats for you. He knows I keep the treats in my pocket, so he's always digging in my pocket. Yeah, but he loves to play. You know, he's a puppy, so it's in his nature right now. We are creating, I do want to say, I know there's a lot of people against it. It's like 50-50 from what I've been seeing. People against it, people for it. And I just want to say right now, that's what works for us. So I would appreciate it if I got no hate for that. He is a puppy. I do have to leave the house for certain things. We are training him. So yes, the end goal is for him to not need the crate. Eventually, don't do that. Don't push your brother. What? Picture?
Yeah.
Besides all his needed training to be a well-mannered dog, he also gets car sick, which really sucks because we drive to Santa Ana, our hometown in Orange County, which is like 6 to 7 hours away, and of course we're not gonna leave him here. So it really sucks that he gets car sick. We're hoping he outgrows it. Alright, so I'm going to be eating my breakfast while I'm talking to you guys. And I know the camera is like super... Let me see. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I can fix that. So I have to go soon. And my oatmeal's so hot. But I'm not quite sure how much I got out. Adrian! Shh! I'm not quite sure how much how much footage I got, how much you guys were able to understand what I was trying to say. So I didn't want to go over it real quick. We've had Jax for a full week now. We adopted him out of a shelter named Pets and Pals. Adrian is playing with him, so that's what you're hearing. As you can tell, he loves him. We got to Pets and Pals. Well, I first heard of them when I first saw Jax's picture through petfinder.com. If you haven't used that website and you're interested in adopting a pet, I highly recommend it. I really like it. But you put in your information, your zip code, what you're looking for, the distance you're willing to travel, and they'll show you any pets that match your search in the area. And I don't know, it's really cool. I really like it. From different shelters. I think it's just, I was going to say breeders, but no, I think it's just shelters. But yeah, really recommend it. So I contacted Pets and Pals through email. I sent them an application because you do have to apply. Why do I keep saying you have to apply in order to adopt a pet. So I filled out the application. You do have to apply, and they do have to fully approve you. From this particular shelter, I know that they don't let you adopt an animal if you have a 9-to-5 job. If no one is at home for most of the day, they will not adopt to you. They also will not let you have a cat if you're planning on keeping it outside. These things they do not tell you in the application. They just ask you, and you answer truthfully, of course, and these things will disqualify you. So there's that. I'd say he's a very smart dog. He's learning very quickly. He knows I want him out of the kitchen. But where I did mess up was I did let him into the kitchen for like the first few days, first like 3-4 days. And now we're working strictly on no kitchen time whatsoever. So he did get a little mad at me, I think. But yeah, that first night he learned how to sit. The second night he learned how to lay. Potty training is going really cool. I mean, really good. It's not that cool, but I mean, it's cool that he's learning, but peeing on the floor isn't all that. So I take him out. He does his business. He does still have accidents, but I mean, that's my fault for not staying on top of it and noticing that he needs to go. So working on that. Yes, he's in a crate. I know there are a lot of people that don't like it, and there's a lot of people that love it. Jax, I don't know if just because he's used to it, just because he's used to of the, what are they called, kennels? No, they're not called kennels. You know, the shelter, little tiny rooms they have him in. I don't know if it's because he's used to that, or if maybe his previous home had him in a crate, but he goes in it, no problem. He stays in it. He does not pee. He doesn't bark. He doesn't cry. He doesn't do anything. He comfortably gets in. As soon as I turn off the lights, he sits down and goes to sleep. So, I know I'm not hurting him. He goes in there strictly for bed only, or unless I'm going somewhere that I can't take him in, like the gym. But that's the max of 2 hours, and I'm like rushing back home to let him out. The crate is definitely something that I don't do it. Get down, Jax. It's not something I plan to do long term. I'm definitely just doing it now until I get to train him a bit more. And eventually, the plan is to not need the crate at all. I mean, Jax. It's like having 2 children, 2 boys. It's crazy. Eventually, the plan is to not need the crate at all. Have it there if he wants it, but not need to put him in there for when I leave. And eventually, I want him to sleep upstairs with the rest of us. You know, wherever he wants, on the bed or on the floor, wherever. His crate is very warm. I did make sure to keep that very warm, just because it does get cold here. I mean, not super cold. It doesn't snow or anything. And I know it gets a lot colder in other places, but for Californian, it's cold. Especially someone who's been in freaking island for 3 years. This is cold, and it's not even, I think today it reached, where's my phone? High 50s, low 60s. So, it's not that cold, but it's cold for me. And at night, we get cold. Okay, at night, it goes to, okay, see, at night, it goes to mid-40s. And then it can even go to the high 30s. So, it is cold for us. So, I imagine it's cold for him too. From what I know, he was born here. And, yeah, so, it's cold. The kids are reacting well to him. Adrian, better than Nevaeh. Him and Jax bonded right away. Nevaeh was nervous to meet him, and I think he sensed that. So from the beginning, he would not jump on her. He would not really play with her. Even when she did settle down and want to play with him, he wouldn't play with her. You do have to get used to a dog jumping up in their faces and not letting them eat comfortably. Nevaeh is the one that gets annoyed the most. So she is having a bit of trouble adjusting to him, but nothing to where I'm like, okay, we're not going to be able to do this, because we are going to be able to do it. He's a puppy. We're training him. He'll learn, and she'll learn too. So, and it's not like she hates him. You know, she does have fun with him. She does play with him. She just doesn't want him all in her face when she's eating, which is understandable. She just gets annoyed and impatient, but that's understandable too, because she's only 6. I think I'm going to use this footage instead of what I was trying to do earlier, or use both. I don't know. However this video comes out, I thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to continue to vlog. Hopefully I'll get into it more again. I've been trying, and I mean actively like really saying I'm going to vlog today, trying for like about a week, and I either forget the camera, I forget the freaking memory card, I tried to turn it on and it turned on, but I tried to record and it wouldn't record because it said there's no memory. And I was like, of course this happens. I think this was the day we adopted him, actually, that I was trying to record and no card inside the camera. So thank you guys for staying with me, even though I'm super inconsistent and I suck, basically. No. Thank you guys for sticking with me, for being awesome. Watch, look at these two. Adrian will complain, but he'll still play with him. Jax, no. And I have to remind Jax that he needs to be a little bit more gentle. He's trying to get on top. He's on top of your head? Ew, his butt. Get up, Adrian, get off his butt. Ew. Jax. They weigh the same thing. Yeah? I think Adrian beats him by like 5 pounds. But look at them, look at them. I'm telling you, 2 brothers. They're crazy. When I take them on walks, oh my gosh. Jax, stop pulling on the leash. Adrian, get away from Jax's path, because Jax just like tears anything down. Come on, Cameron. That's a sweet. Come on. There we go. And there Adrian goes. Oh my goodness. Someone help me.